Now let's get to the Knicks.
Playing about.
That's crazy.
Well, they got played out by this team. The Knicks, the Pacers. We talking about the youngins taking over. I mean, they played at Madison Square, but you would have thought TD was their home. They played in Cleveland, but you would have thought that was their home too, because they were just these two teams were shocking a lot. I mean, you go up against the defending NBA Finals champion. Some people would say the same thing about JT, and you'll be like, well, he wasn't there, but the Knicks showed that they deserve to be where they're at. Pacers went up against the number one seed in the Eastern Conference, and a lot of people were saying, well, they beat up a hurt team, man. They show why they deserve to be where they're at now. So the Eastern Conference Finals are set. You have the historical battle between these two teams. Reggie Miller can't wait to call one of these games. Spike Lee can't wait to be on the sideline for one of these games, right on the court. He can't wait. Because you're talking about a team that played in 1993, Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks won. 1994, another Eastern Conference Finals. No, Eastern Conference Finals first round, sorry. Eastern Conference Finals in 94, Knicks won 4-3. 95, Eastern Conference Semis, Pacers won 4-3. 98, Eastern Conference Semis, 4-1. The New York fans is going crazy, just like that. We might need to get a clip of the fans. Not what they saying, just the fans. and add that there too. Because then in 99, Knicks 4-2. 2000, Pacers 1-4-2. Pacers won the last three matchups between these teams in the playoffs. And we all know what happened last year. Jalen Brunson said a lot about it. Now we got to answer the question. And I know Ty's somewhere typing. And I'm gonna wait for Ty to come up with the same because I'm riding with the Pacers in 6. You're talking about who's the clutches of the two. Both of these teams have had clutch moments. Pacers are 5-0 when it's time to make clutch plays. Knicks, they 6-2. You talking about clutch players. Jalen Brunson got 43 points in clutch time. Tyrese only got 20. But when it comes down to coaching, you got Carlisle. Then you got Tibbs. Tibbs is making some vast improvements with his coaching. Y'all, he out here saying, look, y'all told me I was killing my players, running them into the ground. But the only thing that's going to be bad about this series is kind of like when that boat tried to go under the Brooklyn Bridge the other day and it just got ugly. Knicks fans, it's over. The run is over. Pacers going to win this in 6. I'm sorry. It's going to be fun. Okay, and I'm going to end it with this. Bang. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, man.
I get to go next?
Yes.
Yeah, because you got to go first on the next
one. You're right. Look, man. Shout out to me and Ty being the only two that picked the Knicks to beat the Celtics in that series. And I know special message to Paul Pierce. Injuries are a part of the game, my guy. I'm sorry. It happens. And honestly, y'all were losing before JT went down. JT, my guy. But don't try to make injuries the excuse. And Joe, I told you. I told you, Joe. I said when the Boston Celtics lose, the excuse is going to be injuries. And isn't that the excuse? It's exactly what the excuse is. All I'm saying, Dave, I know a little something about basketball. I know a little something. I don't know everything. I know a little something. However, I've been riding with the Knicks and the Pacers, and now they both of them are in the Eastern Conference Finals, man. This is going to be a heck of a historic matchup. You got Jalen Brunson going up against Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, the guys were in the WWE, looking like they was about to go at it. One had a chair, the other one had brass knuckles. It was about to be a bloodbath. Can't wait to see what's going to happen in this series because I think it's going to be another bloodbath. Last year, I think Jalen Brunson was hurt, with his hand or something like that. So, that series kind of went crazy. They tried to say that, that I don't know, man. I think this is going to be really good. Both teams are healthy right now. You don't really see any injury issues going on right now, so that won't be an excuse. In this series, I'm going with the player that's been the most clutch all season. He won the clutch award. And Ty, you my brother. Letting you know this now. My brother is a Pacers fan. So I got two guys that, my brothers for my brother all my whole life, and then Ty I've been known for 10 plus years. I'm going with the Knicks in 7, man. I think this series is going to go 7 games because both of these teams do something really good. The Pacers will make you run. That's one thing you got to worry about. You got to run on the court every single time. And the Knicks are capable of running. And they got 2 of the best wing defenders in the NBA right now. You got OG Anunoby. Ty, you are hilarious. You got OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, man. Those 2 guys, they're 2 of the best defenders off of pick and roll. And that's one thing that the Pacers do often. They do a lot of pick and roll action that helps get Tyrese Haliburton open or Andrew Nembhard. You know, they still got Siakam who uses it as well. But the Knicks, I believe that their defense is going to be able to keep them in these games, and I think they're going to be able to run with them a little bit. And honestly, the Knicks was not a favorable pick against the Celtics. They might not be favorable in this one because the way the Pacers were able to handle the Cavaliers. I believe that the Knicks went through everything they went through in the regular season, not being able to beat OKC, not being able to beat Cleveland, not being able to beat Boston, just to be able to be prepared for these moments right now. And I think, and this is crazy coming from me because I honestly didn't think they would have a chance early in the season before the playoffs started. But, you know, I started to think about other things, you know, regular season doesn't always matter in the playoffs. All it is it just gives you a glimpse of what may happen. And honestly, those games against Boston weren't really blowouts in the regular season. Most of those games were close. I think maybe one game was a blowout, but other than that, they were pretty close in those games. I think this is going to be a series that a lot of people are already trying to say that he's one of the greatest Knicks of all times, or maybe the greatest Knick of all time. I don't think that's the case. You still got to think about Walt Frazier. You still got to think about Patrick Ewing. You still got other guys that are really good that play with the Knicks. But I think the Knicks will win this in 7. I think Jalen Brunson is going to have a good series. I believe that Andrew Nembhard may have a tough time in the series just because of the way that they defend with OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. And I think that's what it's going to be. I still think it's going to go 7, and the Pacers could easily win this series. But I'm going with the Knicks in 7.
Oh man, Dave, you surprised me with that one. Jalen Brunson, Troy Hudson.
You're done, son.
Pacers in 6.
Welcome.
Yo, remember what you said. You said the Pacers win when you don't pick them.
No, I didn't. I said,
yeah, you did. You said when you go against the Celtics, when you go against the Pacers, they normally win.
No, that's why I said. I said they remind me of the Celtics. Because the year.
I didn't say that they were the Celtics.
No, I said they remind me because the year they went to the finals, I kept picking against them. I never said when I picked them, I didn't pick the Celtics. But I bumped my head too many times, Dave. I bumped my head too many times.
I think you bumped your head again. Okay.
Listen, man. The Pacers are so underrated. The Pacers are this. Y'all, Dave, you play this game. What's it called? What's that game we used to play, Dave, all the time on Zoom?
Mafia.
Mafia. You ever play Mafia, Tomo?
No.
So how you play Mafia?
I gotta break it down.
Hey, it's fun. That's all I can say. It's fun.
It's a real fun game. It's like, I'm gonna put my Stephen A. Put Dave and Tomo on the screen so I can see their face. So look, how you play Mafia is this. Everybody's in the same room, but we used to do this on Zoom. Everybody's in the same room, and then there's a narrator. Everybody close their eyes, and the narrator asks, who's the killer? There's a killer. The narrator picks a nurse. Forget that part. There's no the killer. The killer has to point out who he killed. And then everybody wakes up, open their eyes. The narrator tells a story and how the person dies. And everybody in the room has to guess who the killer is.
Oh, that's tough.
The Pacers, it's like me, Dave. It's like Mafia. I be hiding in plain sight.
Hey,
I make kills.
Joe was the best narrator for Mafia. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, a good Mafia player is somebody that can make kills and nobody can guess who the killer is. That's the Pacers. The Pacers are good in plain sight, but nobody can see it. They are still in denial. Oh, I heard on ESPN today, the Pacers are playing the best they can play right now, and the Knicks, they haven't played their best. What?
What?
What are you talking about? What? That made no sense, right? So, one thing about the Pacers, I know you mentioned pick and roll, Dave. Let's start with this. The New York Knicks, Tomo mentioned it, they run by a committee of 6, maybe 7. OKC and Indiana, what they do, they run with 10 guys, right? So they are always fresh. One thing about Indiana, when the ball, soon the ball hit off the rim, they're running. Soon the ball goes to the net, they're running. And guess what? When the ball goes through their net, they picking up full court man. So there's a lot of pressure on the other team 24/7 in the game. Everybody keeps saying stuff like, oh, OG was hurt last season. I get it. But you can't expect, you gotta expect it to happen the way they play. The way the New York Knicks play their guys to the ground, and the way the Indiana Pacers play, injury just might, I'm not wishing on nobody, but you can't be surprised if somebody get nicked up because of the game style that Pacers bring upon you. Also, they play, you don't know who the second guy going to be. You don't even know who the first guy going to be. I don't think I think Tyrese Haliburton is the third best scorer in the playoffs right now on his own team, which is ridiculous, right? And Ben McNamara, I always mess his name up. Ben
Mathurin.
B Mac, right? He wasn't there last year either, so he didn't play the whole playoff series, the whole playoff last year. And last but not least, Rick Carlisle, in my opinion, has been the best coach in the playoffs so far. He's been the best coach. I mean, I'm in awe. When I watch the Pacers play, I'm like, yo, this is all Rick Carlisle. Now, obviously, they got some talent over there. But the way he got these guys playing, I just love to see them playing full court, man, while running on offense. They playing so unselfish. They always make the extra pass. If somebody is open, they're going to find that person. They run pick and roll, Dave. They do. But a lot of their buckets come from stuff that's all ball. Just people are just not committed on the defensive side 24/7. You got to stay committed against the Pacers because guys are constantly moving. Any type of slip up, it's going to be an easy bucket. And last but not least, the Pacers aren't scared of the Knicks. They like, bro, we beat them last year. Oh, y'all were hurt. We're going to make sure we do it again this year. And we might let it go 7, so we gonna beat y'all in New York in front of all your fans. But I'm gonna say 6 though. So give me Pacers in 6. They're gonna end it at home. Let's go. Pacers against OKC. Shout out to Utah.
Yeah. I gotta say this too though. You didn't mention this about Pacers. They play physical, man. They play physical. That's one thing about the Pacers. They play a physical brand of defense. That's why they be nicked up. Because they're not just playing with speed. They're not just picking you up full court. They playing physical. They letting you know that they there. So that's one thing I got to give the Pacers, man. And they improved their defense from last year to this year. I think last year they were bottom 20, bottom 25 in the league. This year they're top 15. So they improved their defense a whole lot this year. So I think that's going to be something that definitely helps them in the series. That's why I believe it goes 7. I don't think it's a slouch in any way. I don't think that the Pacers are going to dominate them. I don't think the Knicks are going to dominate. I think it's just going to come close to clutch time, and that's what I'm really banking on. I think when it comes to clutch time, and not to say that the Pacers aren't clutch, because they've shown that they could be clutch, especially Tyrese Haliburton. He's done some amazing things in the clutch time. I remember that step back 3 he hit to win that game. So the boy clutch. You don't get me wrong, and the players that said that he was overrated, they were tripping. I got to keep saying that. They were tripping. So he's one of the best guards, the best pure point guard in the league, period. It's just, I just think that Jalen Brunson is going to be clutch enough to be able to get them into the finals. This was honestly a really tough series for me to pick. Between the 2 series, this one was not easy, honestly. I was really weighing my options on which one I was going to choose because the Pacers are just they run their offense and defense so well. So, but I just think it's the Knicks' gear to get to the finals, not to win it, but to get to the finals.
And don't forget, the Boston Celtics develop a bunch of wide open threes. Pacers cashing out. Let you know right now. Pacers cashing out. And then also Boston against the Knicks, they were uncharacteristic. They were a lot of ISO basketball. A lot of ISO basketball, the most they had all season. So you're not gonna get that with the Indiana Pacers, man. They're gonna be them. Like people are, it's crazy. Like they are hiding in plain sight.
Next year, second year, Pacers ain't got no fear.